So we are about to welcome the beloved Empress Yamaya to give us an opening prayer meditation. Is the beloved in place?
Greetings, greetings.
So there she is.
How are you?
Give thanks, beloved.
You good?
Yeah, so we are having you to do our opening meditation prayer and just open up with words from Spain from the Empress.
All right, Divine. So this is first and foremost a beautiful privilege to actually assembled amongst all of these souls. Now, I will say this, if everyone could just take some time first and foremost to give thanks to themselves for showing up for themselves today and allow us to actually just tap in to our collective consciousness, and that allow the creation of who we really are and who we are meant to be exposed and impact our lives as well as other people's lives. In this center place, we're asking from the divine that it would help us remove any limitations that would hinder the expansion of our divine divinity, enter and overstand with our consciousness, subconscious, and unconscious minds. We say Ashe to the divine that supports us, interacts with us, protects us, works in us, through us, around us, and to us. We say Ashe, and we give thanks. Now, I was quite surprised, Queen Esther, that I would be opening up, as I was in a deep meditative state that about direction. And all I kept hearing is just give the souls direction and ask them with this direction questions for themselves. And in this this blood moon, we are in a place in our lives that we must expand from within. Ask yourself the question, how many secrets are you keeping from yourself? What are those secrets? So I'm trusting that as I start to say them, the more they start to permeate with you, or resonate with you, that you would start to write them down. Because the answers are coming very quickly now because of where we're at in the state of purging and in a state of execution. So cover yourself, and as I go through them, write what resonates with you. Who's your best friend, and how are they servicing you? Are you telling yourself lies? What are those lies? Have you been violated and haven't received healing? Do you trust yourself? And if you trust yourself, how far are you willing to go? Have you overlooked yourself? And if so, what are those things you've overlooked? Whose baggage are you carrying? Is it something you created or something that was passed down? How do you resonate? What is resonation to you? The state of your environment, is it something you created or something that was given to you? Each of these questions I'm asking because I had to ask them of myself. And the depth is, the more you start to ask more serious questions about yourself, can you create that new identity or that lifestyle that best services you? So in this time, in this season of the blue moon, and I keep saying the blue moon, thinking of myself, the blood moon, and blossoming as a flower, standing and representing yourself The only way you know that true self is to allow yourself to tap in. So there's a lot of emotions going on right now. There's a lot of trauma that is coming up. All of this is counter-reactive within our bodies. Our bodies are the element of what we would call the casing for our spirit realm. And our spirit realm and vibration is in this earthly vessel. We first start with our minds, and then everything that is exerted or birthed through our minds ends up coming out into our body. So all these questions are questions that are going to bring forth or help you gird yourself to answer these questions and help yourself create that new identity or that new lifestyle that you want, that relief, that freedom. In this time, we have no other time but the one that we are willing to give ourselves. So however you treat yourself in this time and in this season is how you're basically predicting or walking out or creating your future, how it's meant to be for you. You can only resonate in your own consciousness, even though we stand collective in a consciousness to better, of course, serve us ourselves or help each other. This is the time that I would say, using this moon, and in this time, ask yourself these questions. And when you ask yourself these questions, be honest. And what you do is put them in a box, put all those questions in a box, and you go back to those questions every time you get an answer. With us walking, I jumped across the water to Spain because within the realm of where I was living, my environment, how I was being, manifesting the trauma that I went through, there was the state of what the hell is going on? And then if you go outside of the self and you try to ask others, and they're going to that state, there's no possible way that they could help you. But once you start to help yourself, this is when things start ringing true. The more expansion comes into the area in which you tap into you. External of you, the environment, if it doesn't support you, you will have to get out. That is friend, family, or foe. It doesn't matter. You will have to get out. There will be no backtracking because you can't run away from you. So it doesn't matter if you jump across the water and say, I want to go over to that side and live that way because of what you've seen. You take your very resonating essence of everything you've created, everything that you've taken on, everything you haven't let go or have kept, you take that to the new place. So until you clean your mind, then your temple, there will be no expansion for you. It's hard truth. So Queen Esther, you have to forgive me. I was really all I heard was divine saying, it's about correction. There's no cuteness about all of this. There's nothing more you can ask for, but you focusing and operating on you. Meditation is not just a state where we sit and hum and allow ourselves to clear our minds. Meditation is a standard of the way you live, the way you choose to operate. That is a consistent lifestyle. It's not something that, yes, we can do it for 30 minutes or an hour or however long you feel to make the body stand still. The depth is to be able to still your mind where you're in a state of bliss where you can operate no matter what comes towards you or at you, because you realize that as this is coming towards you, you are able to correct it, modify it, expand in it, no matter what comes your way, because you are the perceiver and the receiver of your current reality. So correction. The correction is how many secrets are you keeping from you? How well can you hold on to that secret, and how has it harmed you? There's the only person that's in your way is you. The only person that can define you is you. So in your state of operations, finding out who you are, connecting with other ladies to say, okay, we're empowering each other. The best empowerment I can give to you is stop bullshitting yourself, basically. You have to be able to create who you want to be. You've been set with a purpose. That purpose will still manifest. It's if you allow yourself to tap into your divinity. So as there's always these moves that come about, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, your day-to-day operations should be that all the time. And only in the expression of a full moon or a new moon do you expand in it. So from Spain, I'm saying I'm sending mad love, but I just keep hearing like, stop bullshitting yourself, ladies. Just queen, if you really want that title, it's you have to walk that journey. I don't call myself Empress, and I'm not being called Empress because it's just a cute title. You have to own the experience. So that's trial, that's trauma, that's hurt, that's pain, that's jumping across the water, that's having faith, that is moving, that's cleansing. That is operation of manifestation. Most people just want the pretty thing. So what is your pretty thing? And how damn hard are you willing to work on yourself to achieve it? So meditate on that. This is meditation. Then apply the application. Then you impact a nation. This is the only way it happens. So now whether you're wearing, I mean, just some of the things are just so ridiculous that we are doing still. We're still comparing a person who wears natural hair with a person that wears a weave. Who gives a flying? What is the spirit saying? What is it vibrating? Who are you? So stand in that, because it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It's what's operating on the inside that projects and personifies your divine divinity and impacts others. We all know that we can get these particular trinkets for our bodies. We know this. And the depth is, if the longer you do not focus on you, the worse your internal will be, because you're the only one that can live in you. You're the only one that can operate your divinity. Now, if you're not willing to step in, stand on your square and be seated on your throne and take everything that comes with that. And once you realize that you're the creator of most of that, you will start to like, hello, this is it. There's no other way. You will defy all of the things that you've been taught, unlearn to relearn, to establish yourself true and true, no matter what comes at you. And you are your biggest competition. You are that. Meditate on that. Take that into your meditation, because if not, it'll come out in your body. It'll cause stress. It will cause stress, you to lose your hair, you to eat the wrong foods, you to pick the wrong person, you to move in a direction of self-sabotage. So this particular moon is all about correction. Come in and correct yourself. What are you truly meditating on? Who are you truly meditating on? Who's that best friend? You're your best friend. You have to do something about you. Have you taken ownership of you? Everybody wants to own everything else, but have you taken ownership, your totality, who you are? This is what meditation is about. And we can get into a state of, let's listen to our hearts, let's chime in, let's grab into our center. I do yoga, I do weightlifting, I cook, I work, I'm a mom. I'm just like so many other women. The depth is, I choose to go through the hardest shit to get the best results of who I want to be. Not by the general consensus, but who I desire to be. And in doing that, I've tapped into my divinity, how that operates and impacts other people around me. That's us building a collective consciousness. That's us standing and saying, this is who we are. That's us moving collectively and impacting nations. But we first must start with that divine meditation from within. And usually when I get called like this in a form of correction, it is because the call is great. The mantle is great. Everyone within the sound of my voice, it is because your soul is yearning to be what it is truly meant to be. Operate in your divine divinity, queens. Allow that soul to really purge you up from all of the extra bullshit. Release it. I mean, we have Erykah Badu, her old song, Bag Lady. Let's just keep it real. We are still carrying stuff that we do not need to carry. Take that in your meditation so it doesn't come out in your body, forms of illness, bad habits, traits, these type of things. This is how we love on ourselves. In this moon, it's also the flower moon. So allow yourself to be that black rose. Tend to your own pricks. Dig up, replant. Dig up, replant. In a blossoming season, that's wonderful. But anybody that knows anything about gardening knows, okay, there's a harvest you can eat, but before that, you have to till. So I'm saying, divines, to your soul, may you prosper. May you continue to enter and overstand, even when chastening comes to gird up, scrape across that dry soil so the new seeds can be deposited in. We are divinely grateful for everything that the universe brings to us. So divines, beloveds, sisters, friends, we need to really purge and tap within. Meditate truly on that, divines. I had to come with a different, it's like enough. We're here to do something. So do it, just do it. There's no other option. I had to release that. I'm so sorry. I had to release it. It's so, and I could not look in the camera because first of all, I'm just like, oh, I'm boiling. This is not enough already, you know, enough, come on. I'm not the only one that can jump across the water and go through shit and still be like, what's good? Let's keep this moving. What's really good? And I don't care whether you got natural hair or not. What's your spirit doing? How you bang it? What are you doing? Who are you? And I had to release people. It's just facts. So whatever you decide to do, to focus on. Mine's is, okay, cook, my meditation, my yoga. I'm in that zone because that's where you need to tap in. That's mind, body, and spirit. I do yoga because that's mind, body, and spirit connection, like facts. So if you need some motivation, maybe yours is not yoga, go do an exercise. So these things do not come out in your body and then plant seeds into the generations behind you, after you. I had to change so much within the self. So my heiress, her ability to enter and understand things, comprehend, she would be like that on point. And that starts from me taking a different turn. So these are the type of meditations we call, mantras and all that. This is meditation. Because once you get down in that center point, and let's use yoga, whatever sport it is, whatever it is you're going after, that center point, you have to be able to see things clear. So that's clear direction, that's clear focus, application. We can get so much information and don't do nothing with it. So
So what you doing? What you doing? I don't want to hear talk, please, you know, give me something that's good, okay, that's fine. We know how to do church. Most of us came out of church, we know how to do church. Let's really put forth the application. Queens, I'm Queen Esther, I'm, you know, yeah, I just had to bring the fire. I kept feeling hot. It's time to turn up the heat. And who's in the kitchen? You're the only one in the kitchen. So if you start feeling elements in your body and different things like that, I mean, come on, check it. Like really check it. What you doing? How you applying yourself? What you eating? You know, this is the type of meditation I'm on right now. So when I go into doing a handstand or a deep body split at 48 years old, okay, it's because I'm tapping in. It doesn't matter what size you are, but you're tapping in. This is a meditation. So what do you want to meditate on, ladies? I asked questions earlier. I hope that they vibrated with you, that it would stir up something in you, not just something, but an action, you know, an action, not a reaction to all the stuff that's going on out there. You can talk about that same shit really over and over. So, okay, well, I can't focus on that right now. That's what you have to be like. If you are really, truly about your divine purpose, you have to be like that. I used to think that would be bad, or oh, I don't want to be mean. What the hell? They probably need you to be about your business so they can get their ass going. This is what we need to meditate on, ladies. I love you. I love you. I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm not gonna rant. Rant is what they call it, right? But I'm so serious right now. I am water, and normally I'm just the mother flow, you know, just yeah, blue and purple, but water can boil. Water can boil.
And you're boiling, my beloved Empress.
So, Divines, I love you. I didn't have a meditation that would be the traditional way of, no, I can do that some other time. Right now, it was about bring the fire, turn up the heat a little bit, ladies, because we the ones that can make things move. We can make them move. Yes?
It's happening now. Yes, beloved. We're receiving that fire. We're seeing that segment. Can you hear me, beloved? Can you hear me?
Yes, this is where my daughter gets it from. She's a Leo. So I was like, okay, I had some water. This segment is definitely out.
Yes. And we're not apologizing. We're not apologizing for being in our outward state of segment, because that's what time it is in the universe. And we're on time with time itself. And you remind us that we are the game changers. We are the paradigm shifters. We are the movers and the shakers. We are the mothers of the universe. And now it's time for Mother to make those moves. The portals are opening. You understand? The portals are open for us to go to the next level. And what it's actually requiring is courage to step into ourselves. So you have just told us that we have permission. We may unapologetically be who we divinely are. And actually, there's nothing else that we should be striving to be except ourselves in our highest state, on our highest level. And the key word you said earlier, that we are in competition with ourselves. Check that out. Watch there. What is your body doing? What is your mind doing? What is your spirituality doing? And what is your money doing? Okay? They should all be rocking high. As reflections of the divine is not broke. The divine is not sick. The divine is not fearful. The divine is in perfection, and we have access to that perfection if we so choose to. So our meditation has, as the Spirit has brought us this time, this full, intense super moon has brought us dare to be ourselves. Ashe, dare. be ourselves. Look at her. And as an empress, she's letting us know, don't even try. You can't fool yourself. You can fool some of the people some of the time. You can't fool yourself. You can't fool, and you can't fool each other. Ooh. Let me just tell you this, sister loves. Ooh. We can't fool each other because we are spiritual beings and we see each other very clearly. We hear the thoughts that are emanating from our minds and spirits. So we are each other's reflections. And so we should strive to be the best. I cannot see myself. I can only see myself through you.
Right.
So we should strive to be the best reflection of each other that we can. And it takes work to work the body, mind, spirit. But the key is that we should enjoy the work of the self. We should enjoy the work, and we should stop carrying other people's sacks of rocks because it's not ours. You understand? Till your own garden. This is your garden. And the more you focus on it, the more you love on it, the more you pray on it, the more beautiful your flowers will become.
Facts. Exactly.
Ashe. Exactly. Ashe.
Elegantly put.
Give.
You should.
I just summed up I just said what you said. You understand? Because many of us are saying, well, look what she's doing. Look what that's happening. Look, all of that, it's all distraction. It's all distraction because we need to be looking here and tightening up our reality. There are some things we can be working on. We can be working on these bodies, y'all, that COVID came and took us for a joke. The joke is over. Many of us stayed home. We did not get our exercise. We shut in. Guess what? It's over. Get back on those bodies, y'all. Be temples. Let's get on this cleansing, exercise, yoga, African dance, whatsoever it is. Let's take control back of these bodies because we know what happened. Our brother said he wants to have the pre-COVID body back, okay? Before the COVID shut him in the house and shut down his movement and he put all that extra waste on. Let's get rid of it. Let it go, y'all. That's each and every one of us to clean it up. Yeah. And I just really want to, as my sister said, we just want to speak truth to each other now because truth will set us free and truth is truth. And what rings truth for you is also ringing truth for me. Ashe? So thank you, my beloved Empress, in your Sekhmet fire. You put the fire to it. Step to it. Step to the plate. Face yourself. You understand? We want to receive the results, then let's get the work done so that we can enjoy the results, okay? Enjoy the work and enjoy the results. Thank you for that wonderful opening meditation. It is an ongoing meditation. Mm-hmm. And when we leave the call, we're gonna have to start getting to work ASAP on this right here.
Wait, Queen.
This right.
I'm sorry, can I say this? Because this was the other part of it is the depth is, I'm also resonate in the root chakra that Divine just given me more and more because the root chakra, when you first start to meditate, that's where you start. It starts there in that fire spot, that hot spot, the root, and everything comes up from the. So it's extra fire, babies, extra fire. How much meditation are you really doing? And I mean, not meditation just with some music and clothes. I mean, meditating on what it is you want and watch how clear your meditation gets because you'll get more centered. Trust, just take the note, but I had to drop it. It will come. I trust.
Yes. Well, we can see you, my beloved. Can see the reflection through you. See what time it is now. It's not about talking about it. It's about being about it. It's about being about it. Understand? So now it's time to truly step into our power and release the fear. Why? So that we can enjoy this thing called life.
Okay.
That, my beloved. Let's don't be spending life woulda, coulda, shoulda, and miss enjoying this thing called life. For whatever programs are, name is a divine thing. So I give thanks and praises for that opening. You set the tone, you set it off, and we are up and running. We give thanks and praises, beloved.